30 April 2022. This is JCTV Africa in conjunction with Zim Social Network. And you're welcome to this program where we look at issues and current affairs in Zimbabwe. And what has been topping the week is the story of the goats. And we're going to be asking a question. And coming up in this program, we're going to be asking the question, why is ZANU PF quiet about this development? And the other question that we're going to be asking is, why are they supporting this, knowing fully that it might attract negative publicity for the country, and it might fly away investors? That is question number 2 that we're going to be asking. And the question number 3 that we're going to be attempting to ask is, if it happens that Oposhingono's goats are taken, will SADC act, or will the police act? Will the president act? And then we're going to open up the line for everyone to get in touch with us. Hello, and welcome to this program, and hopefully we're going to make it worthwhile. Please share this live with your family and friends. And in the meantime, in the next 5 minutes, I want to ask where you are watching us from, and are you finding this program helpful to you? So please get in touch. Tell me on the comment section where you are watching us from and what you are doing. Then we're going to dive straight into the topic. So please tell me where you are watching us from, and then we're going to know who is with me today. Then we're going to dive into the topic. If you want to be part of the program, I'm going to put the number out there. It's only for WhatsApp calls. It's not for calls. So please bear in mind with that. So everyone is welcome to make their contribution on this program. It is welcome to everyone. So tell me where you're watching us from. And I can see here there is JH Memory. How are you? Is it my sister or brother? I'm not sure. Right. Tinashe Chikohora. How are you? Tinashe Chikohora. Wakajadzo Ombava. Gawauye. SADC will not do anything regarding this matter. Mafukidze Tawanda. Right. That is his thoughts. Koma Tafadzwa. And so we are going to continue on that vein. But Mozambique, Itai Makoni, Mozambique in Chimoyo. You're watching us from Chimoyo, Mozambique. Thank you. So as we continue with the program, I'm going to play you the audio that Oposhingono had. Manu Dibans from KwaZongoro in Mtasa district in Manicaland. How are you in Mtasa there? South Africa's, that is Joseph Mujganadzo in South Africa there. And then we have Simpson Simaldo Ndaba in Zimbabwe. There is another Nairobi, Kenya. How are you? Tatino Tindaishe Perseverance. Thank you for tuning in this hour. We are so grateful to be having you on the program. So Mpumalanga, Tinashe Lloyd, thank you also. Harare Zim, we're seeing someone from Harare, Zimbabwe here. Please, I'm going to be playing you the audio of Oposhingono's interview on SABC as we continue to greet each other. So I'll be putting your comments on the screen as I've got someone from Malaysia. Thank you, South Africa, Harare Zim. There's Mpumalanga, Tinashe Lloyd, is it Tinashe Mugabe? Dimi Tinashe Mugabe DNA here kana kuti muri muningina kana kuti mune ukama. Anyway, so I'm going to be playing you the audio of Oposhingono when he was on SABC. Let's just listen to the audio.
Is not availed money for cancer machines, for building theaters. It doesn't cost much to build a theater. It's only $37,000. But because there's no appetite to do the right thing, a lot of people are dying. When you raise these things, they say that you're not being patriotic.
I know that, of course, this is a security issue, as you say, that tomorrow this is the plan to go loot or even expropriate your goats, as they put it. I wonder, is there any action that you'll be taking at all to ensure that you prevent this from happening?
What we've done is my lawyer, Beatrice Mchetwa, is sent the papers to the Commissioner General of the Zimbabwe Police and the law and order section in my local police station in an area called Highlands, alerting them to all these things, and we've given them the evidence. It's illegal to do what these thugs are planning to do tomorrow, but I've taken a decision and instructed my workers that you should not resist. If anyone comes, let them do whatever they want to do. Let the world see the kind of environment in which we are living in. You see, these are the things that make investment not come to Zimbabwe, because if you treat your own citizen like this and threaten to expropriate their private property, it means you are infringing on private property rights. And there's no sane investor who would want to come and invest in such an environment where the ruling party will just decide that tomorrow we're going to come and take your things and nothing happens. So I'm hoping that the police will act if this comes to pass tomorrow, and that the rule of law will be upheld.
Has the ruling party or government officials said anything?
No, they've not said anything officially that I've seen, and I would have expected them to put it on the record, because it's damaging to the country to have someone as prominent as I am internationally being subjected to that kind of treatment. As I said earlier, investment will not come, and these are the human rights issues that we talk about every day, and the government says that we're not telling the truth, but now it's coming out on its own, and it's unacceptable in any civil rights society for citizens to be threatened for expressing themselves, for using their rights to free speech, as I did when I spoke about genuine issues that are affecting Zimbabwean citizens related to healthcare.
I can't help but ask if there is any close relationship between the main actor who's speaking out against this, your goals and all of that, and the president.
We've seen pictures that he uses when he's intimidating people, when he's standing next to the president. There are two pictures that we've seen that we've been told he uses when he's intimidating people. They were taken at two different occasions. This act of thuggery, because it destroys the image of the country, and it makes Zimbabwe a pariah state that it has become now.
So, Hopo, are there any consequences, though, in your country if a private citizen loses their property without the law protecting them? Could there be any recourse here?
Well, in ordinary circumstances, yes, stock theft is punishable by anything from 9 years going upwards. But as you are also aware, there have been a lot of lawlessness taking place in Zimbabwe, where citizens have lost their property because it's politically motivated and nothing has been done. Those thugs have been protected. Some people have even been killed. The killers are known, but they are walking the streets because it was politically motivated.
It's not the first time you are finding yourself at the receiving end of allegations or treatment such as this one. I mean, at some point you're in prison and all of that. I wonder if, against the backdrop of what is happening right now, do you still have concerns around your safety? Because this could escalate very quickly.
Yes, I've got serious concerns about my safety. And my safety is no longer guaranteed, because if people can do this and then the government does not respond and the police does not make a public statement against such kind of thuggery, it means my security is not guaranteed as well. And I call upon leaders in SABC to do the right thing. People like President Ramaphosa, President Hichilema, the President of Botswana, the president of Namibia, they need to do the right thing and remind the ruling party in Zimbabwe that it has an obligation and constitutional obligation to make sure that the safety of citizens is guaranteed and to make sure that citizens are not victimized for exercising constitutional rights like free speech.
Now, Hopeful, I can't let you go without asking this. You've been very vocal about it on social media. There have been developments around Operation Dudula, and I'm sure you've seen what has been unfolding in the public domain. Your thoughts?
The use of violence against anyone is unacceptable, and I expect the South African government to uphold the rule of law and not to allow vigilant groups to be doing what Dudula has been doing. But we need to deal with the root cause of these problems, which is the immigration problem in South Africa, which has been caused by the crisis that has been ongoing in Zimbabwe for the past 20 years. The ANC should stop supporting its sister parties when they are rigging elections. They should speak truth to power and explain to them that our economic circumstances are intertwined. If there is a crisis in Zimbabwe, it will lead to a lot of Zimbabweans coming to South Africa looking for job opportunities, and it creates pressures, social pressures in South African communities, because those citizens, either from Zimbabwe or Mozambique, would then want to use social services like hospitals and needing housing and things like that. So it's important for South Africa to make sure that the 2023 election is guaranteed to be free and fair so that the Zimbabwean crisis can be put to bed. We cannot continue for another 20 years. It's now 22 years since the crisis in Zimbabwe started. And the South African president at that time, Thabo Mbeki, I think unfairly backed ZANU PF when it even lost an election, but he came on the side of ZANU PF because they assist the liberation movement. But that has created the crisis that you have in South Africa today of immigration. Zimbabweans are hardworking, Zimbabweans are educated. If they get an opportunity to live in a society where the economy is thriving, they will want to come back home. And trust me, if things change in Zimbabwe, Zimbabweans will come back home.
All right, so hopeful. Let's see then how this unfolds. I mean, as you say that they are planning to go there tomorrow. Let's see if there's any response or what happens then, and we'll touch base with you to get a sense of how things develop. That's Zimbabwean award-winning journalist and anti-corruption activist Hopeful, who of course has really been.
All right, that was Hopeful on SABC. I had to, I recorded the interview on audio. It's not yet available on YouTube. But anyway, that is the conversation. I can see everyone that is coming on board. The topic today is, why is the ruling party quiet about this? We are seeing other vocal people coming out to speak from the party, but we are seeing the Warakashi coming out and, saying, Hopeful must return the gods. Hopeful must return the gods, or like the ones that are apologists of Kandishaya. So my question is, why is the ruling party principals quiet about this? Because we would expect someone, a senior party official, to issue out a statement and say, is this right? Do they agree with what is happening, or do they disagree with what is happening? There is one party official, I can't say he's a party official, he's exiled official, Kila Zivu, and this is what he had to say. Let's just read some of his tweets that he posted earlier on. He said this, let me just put this off. Okay. He said that Kundotora Mbudza Hopo is just a plan to soil ED's image internationally. This has nothing to do with Hopo, it's about Congress. This is going to attract international media. Factionalism is taking shape. 23 Chanakiza. The cat is coming out now. That is Kila Zivu. His first tweet, and then the other tweet that he also said is, my listening president, the economy must be our major priority than Zhembudzi Hopo. Vavengi vatomirira kuti zvichishata zvachose vanhu vowedzera kutambura nokuda kwembudzi. I trust and believe in you, my president, to stop this nonsense. That is Kila Zivu, the former MP of Chivi South. And then he says, prices are going up, children are dropping From schools and colleges, people are forced to fast because of poverty. Yet we have people who are supposed to save us from this mess. Very busy kuita hondo yekunotora mbudzi dzavamwe nechisimba. We are effed up nation chokwadi. That is what Mr. Zivu has said. So basically, these are some of the voices that are within ZANU PF. Killer Zivu claims that he's partyless, but sometimes you see him supporting the president. So he is still a member of ZANU PF, that we can say. So anyway, the story that we're asking is, why is the party quiet? And the second question that I wanted us to answer is, what happens if what happens if it succeeds tomorrow? They go there, oppositionist workers, they do not resist, and they take the gods. What is going to happen to SADC or the president? Is he going to act on this? And what is it going to reflect on the country? Because obviously it's going to reflect badly on the country's image, and we need to look at that, because it is very, very important for us to talk about that. So what is the president going to do about this whole shenanigans that is going on? So that is the question that I'm asking. Anyway, if you want to be part of the conversation, please get in touch with the WhatsApp number that I'm going to put on the screen now. And you can also get in touch with us on this link that I'm also going to paste on the comments. So follow the link and you can be part of the guest and you give us your thoughts on this matter. Right. So that is what I want us to talk about. There is, let me just give you the number. It's a WhatsApp. Just call on WhatsApp on this number if you want to be part of the conversation. But the questions, those I've allayed to you, will the president act? Will SADC act if they succeed to go and expropriate the gods of Wopo Chingono without compensation, as they are purporting tomorrow? That is the question that I'm asking, and please, I would love to hear your thoughts on that one. The number that is on the screen is for WhatsApp. You can call us and get in touch. Please make sure that you give us your thoughts. So I've also seen other people who were talking. Let me just come back to the first question that I've asked earlier. That why is ZANU PF quiet about this? Obviously, as Killer Zivu is saying that there is factionalism in the party. So what happens is people, they wait from their principals to say something, and they cannot say something if Nicky Mangwana, who is kind of like the government spokesperson, has not said anything about the gods. So it's like a coordinated effort. Once something like someone like Tafadzo Mkwadi has said something, or anyone in the party have said something, then you start to see, everyone now, dancing in the same tune. Like the same way you saw when Nick Mangwana said that they wanted to ban, I think, what's his name, skilled labor, the Dr. TJ, last year, when they said that he was responsible for killing Sibusiso Moyo, when the people were, when there were 3 ministers who died in a short space of time, and they were saying that we are going to make sure that he doesn't practice at all. And Matigari and everyone, they kind of like held insults to Dr. TJ, because they said that there were a lot of conspiracies. You should check them up. So what I can tell you is that unless you have a word from the principals, you're not going to hear anyone from ZANU PF commenting on this, because they are afraid. And I believe Killer Zivu has got inside info and he knows what is happening. Some people are saying that they want to soil the image of Idi Mnangagwa, which is already soiled. But more of it, they also want to make sure that the vice president at the Congress gets elected to become the president. That is the rumor that we're hearing. So That is the first thing that I believe causes the party principals not to act, because they wait for one signal, like the same way how Juju puts it, that Mama, we're waiting for a signal for them to comment on this. But also, it actually gives them, they are sanitizing this issue. They actually are giving Kandishaya a go ahead to go and loot the gods, because at the end of the day, if they are not saying anything, they are actually saying something. So that's my thinking. And then number two, with the President Act, if he is against this, we are going to see his action in the next 12 to 24 hours. We're going to see if he is against this, we're going to see his action in the next 24 hours. If he does not act in the next 24 hours, then it means that they are in agreement, because it's going to soil his presidency as somebody who does not respect property rights. Because now Opochimon is on SABC 1, and people are tweeting about this and everything. It does not reflect a good image on the country, and it's bad for us to be having such bad publicity when we are burdened by one sanctions, we are burdened by misgovernance, we are burdened by a lot of things. It is not good for us not to be having investments. The things will continue to skyrocket, will continue to be isolated. We are not like Russia. Russia, they have a financial muscle of oil and natural gas. They can survive on that, and you can see what is happening. So we don't have the capacity to thrive under those circumstances if ever someone gets sanctioned. Because believe you me, I can tell you, someone is going to attract sanctions, because when people are going to investigate, they are going to impose sanctions on someone, and it's not going to be good for us. I'm also reading your comments. Alex Magute, Kandekatombo, how are you? I think this guy knows Taura Mbudzi, Ada Kushoresa president. I'm a ZANU PF supporter, but I can't support this G40 member. Anozitaura Mbudzi. Yeah. Okay, so we're hearing someone from ZANU PF is saying that they are not in support of that. So it's not good. It's not going to reflect good on the country. You don't want one. Opo Ochimono was on Switzerland saying that you don't have a cancer machine, and then now you have a problem again of bad publicity. You don't want bad publicity and bad publicity. It's not good for the country. And if there are some things that can be avoided, they were supposed just to avoid, or to find money to go and fix the existing cancer machines, and say, shame on you, Hopo. You said that we don't have a cancer working machine. We now have one that is working, than for them to channel their energy into Mugunetsana Hopo. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to solve the problems. Zvakafanana nekuda kumisa mvura nemaoko. So it's not going to help anything. So that is what we are going to be talking about anyway. And then the last question that I wanted to ask is, will SADC act on this if the gods are expropriated? Are we going to see SADC acting? As someone has said earlier in the comment, I said that SADC is a toothless bulldog. And you recall the words of Julius Malema said that there is nothing like SADC. It's a club of old people. They are useless, if we can put it that way. They are useless. Right now, Dudula is going on. No SADC leader have said anything. Nothing. They're just, quiet. And even we had to find soldiers from Rwanda to fight terrorism in Mozambique. So that's how sort of like a club it is. Okay, we have a call here. Let's find out who is it. Hello. Hello, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
All right. Do you want to comment?
Yeah, I just want to comment. I've been following this the whole day today.
Yes.
It's kind of like irritated, and it has got a lot of irritation. This man, his name is Dr. Putu, and
Taurai Kandisha.
yes, I think it's that's madness. Because truly apana kana affects the Dr. Rambuzi Jemun, nema receipts. Azvibatsiri kutora mbudzi dzemunhu dzine mareceipt. Mbudzi dzane over 5 years dzichengerwa, obviously dzacho dzinenge dzatowanda. It's pointless. I think what we just need to do is, as CCC members, people are supposed just to stand and just to stand and say no to this. I have read an article for English we are going to defend. Who is this one? We were.
Job was Scala.
Yes, Scala was saying no, let's mobilize and go and stand. I second that. People in Harare, makawandisa vanhu ve-CCC, makatowandisa zvokuti hamungambokundwi netimu rida kuenda nerori. Just mobilize yourselves and go there and defend our things. Because even if we expect SADC to come in, it's not going to come in tomorrow. It takes months and months and months and months. We have been waiting for SADC to act on things that are happening in Zimbabwe, and it is not taking. It's not happening. Yes. So it's just too much, and this is. I think the energy akanyanya stereke vanhu vokuCC vaniti tichine energy. Let's go and defend Buddhism. Dzisatogotorwa. We need to show these people izvozvi. Otherwise, if we don't show them that we also have power, they will continue to override on our heads. And they will continue to suffer.
What about some people? They're saying that so that the world can see. Do you think that is going to help us?
No, the world has seen enough. The world has seen enough. The world has seen Zimbabwe going for years and years without those cancer machines. And we have seen but teachers asking that this vana vedu vari kutambura muzvikoro kuZimbabwe hakuna food. Industry is dead. I've drove all the way from kuchita makonzo, industry yane makonzo, and in Zimbabwe. Industry yane makonzo. What else do we want to see? We have seen enough. Let's just act on it. Let's just act on it. We'll meet on 2023, and I hope CCC is putting my agents are very strong to defend my votes. And we are not going to waste our votes this time. We are going to fly. You know the COVID restrictions. We are going to vote of Zimbabwe. We will meet in 2023. We need a new Zimbabwe in 2023. Vanhu ngavaende kunototota mbudzi idzodzo. Hakuna kadzinofanira kutomboenda. Hakuna vanhu vari kuda kupiwa mbudzi idzodzo. Vaka kutongonodzidya. They have looted enough. We have beaten Zimbabweans. We are out here mufunge tichitambura. And even though I've got a kid I could use it, and kudhara vana mukoma vedu vaitikana vari kuchikoro vevaitoora shoti pamapocket money. And but this time I have to take out every cent. Nemwana ari kuattachment, ndinofanira kumupa chikafu, ndinofanira kumupa marebhas, ndinofanira kumupfekedza, ndinofanira kubhadhara fees. Remember kuti last month you must student ekuuse it akastrike because vakava vakwidza kutepa fees. Is that fair? Is that fair? Is that fair for us? If we are out here, kushandira mhuri, things are not okay. We need to go back to Zimbabwe. We need to go back to our home.
That's powerful, my sister. So, what message do you have for someone Ariku Zimbabwe at the moment? Kuti, what message can you tell them? Should they go right now and go and stand in solidarity with Wopo, so that the gods cannot be?
Yes. And that's why I think I support the one message I know job scala. I know.
Yes.
Actually, we are going to mobilize. If it means to channel around and this is, we have to go. People must. Akuna kwa zinofana tumbenda mbudzizo. Kana mushika kuti gumbura ngadzitore mbudzizo. Netuma ZANU PF. That's it. Munasina kufunda. Mukango, you can't even run your own project. And it's really gaya. The moon gaya 5 years. Gaya over 5 years. Ziri pa. How is the price in the area? It's only 3 hectares. I have listened to much interview and it's 3 hectares. For 3 hectares, it's not a farm. Do you know this is what is coming right now? 2008, this is nonsense. We must protect our things.
Yeah, that's very true. So, what is your last word to people that are watching right now? What do you want to tell Zimbabweans that are in the diaspora? Because some of the people that I'm talking to, they were saying probably this is a decoy or without visa. They want to take our attention away from the voting going on.
Guys, let's not be frustrated in the way we ZANU PF. We have had enough of them. And this is stronghold and we must also go and this is those are the same people that are vote. Even I said to my people, guys, we are suffering here. We need to come back home. So for us to come back home, guys,
yeah.
We are going to support them. We support them. And the people are not take up for it. Western Union and then the world limit. It means when we are good diaspora, they are waiting. They're waiting at what is that? Zimbabwe. We are busy buying them medication, we are busy buying them food, we are busy paying our fees. Just like I said, Zimbabwe.
Yeah, marriage na iritoperera mukuvaka and everything.
Just like that. So 2023, we are going to the voter. Even I'm registered voter, like I'm a registered, but I'm not disabled. This December, I'm not going home. I'll be saving for my flight tickets to Zimbabwe.
Yeah, that's what we want actually. I mean, I'm also going to go and vote. I can't leave anything to chance because my vote counts. And some people that I talk to, they will always say, no, it's pointless to vote because at the end of the day, Riga and this and that. What do you have to say to those people who are not it's pointless to vote at the end of Riga? What word of encouragement can you give to someone?
Guys, this is a new thing. And is it? I think we've actually seen change when CC was launched. I never noticed that 3 months. Because great to have members of parliament. And I celebrated. I think we've got the representation. So something is hope. There is hope that so we need to go and vote. Things are going to change. Things are going to change, I tell you. 23 is coming. Things are going to change. I think I know voting.
Yeah.
But to those who are going to vote, I know things will change.
Yes. Those are very, very powerful words, my sister. Thank you so much for encouraging. And it's my first time with such authority and strength and and conviction in your heart. Please keep on encouraging other people that are around you to go out and vote and do the right thing.
Actually, kana kune vari kundinzwa vari kuZimbabwe, handiti ka, please go and stand with Hope Chimora. Go and stand with him. Mbudziro dzikangotorwa mangwanani nini handitomboji. Dzikangotorwa chete nini. Bibi yangu inotokwirira mbudzi idzodzo. I don't know him Hope Chimora, but Taneta will get enough. Mukambomuratidza kuti hamuna simba handiti ka. Tinonamata hongu. Tinonamata. Handifungi kuti kana vanhu uri mutendi unongomira sokupochizu wotanzonamata. No. It's not like that. Ngatinamate handiti ka. Ourselves.
Thank you so much, my sister. I didn't ask earlier on, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling you from Durban, Africa.
Okay. Thank you so much for the call, and we really appreciate you coming to the show, and you giving us your strong words. Please have a good day, and keep being spirited in encouraging other people to vote.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
All right, pleasure. That was my sister. Bye. That is my sister from Durban, giving us her line of thought on what is happening. And we cannot leave everything to chance. Otherwise, we have no chance. No one else is going to liberate us. SADC, as I said, they are toothless bulldog. They cannot assist us. The world has seen enough. They need now to see us acting, showing the ruling party that we are tired of your tyranny, and we are going to your tyrannical activities, and we are going to face you head on. So that's what is important. You can call us on WhatsApp if you want to be part of the show, so that you can talk and give your thoughts. But also, on the other hand, you can actually follow. I saw two people. That was Pinky. I don't know what happened to Pinky. Pinky, if you are there, please come back. You can follow the link that I'm going to post now. Please follow that link, and you can be part of the show. So it also boils down to the issue, Kuti. We all need to register to vote, and also go and vote. Excuse me. We all need to register to vote. Kana tikasarejista kuvhota, kana tikati ZANU PF inongobirira. Saka, who are we expecting? Are we expecting some angels to come in Zimbabwe and save us? Is that what we're expecting? Are we expecting ZANU PF to just say one day, Taneta nokutongai takukupai power? You know, we need to play our part in the liberation of our country. We can't give everything to chance. If you can watch some of the videos that I've done, there is a video that is, I think, maybe probably I can upload it here, of the youth of 1976, how spirited they were in the struggle. They were so spirited, and they said, the other one was saying, I'm ready to pay the ultimate price. We need to have such vigor and that understanding. No one is going to save us if we are not going to stand up for ourselves. Otherwise, we are going to continue. We are going to continue being undermined. So the number is there. Please get in touch with us so that we can continue this conversation. Please go on the link that is on the comments section, so that we can talk about this subject. So as I'll be reading your comments. Let me just remind you that this is what is developing. Also, what Wopo Chingono has actually reported this issue to the police through his lawyer, Beatrice Mtetwa. They have reported this issue to the police. So we are waiting for the police spokesperson or the police department to alert us if they are aware of this, because their silence means that they are, rubber stamping this activity. We have such when it came to Madzibaba weShanduku vakangomubata vakatanga kutomurova, and he was charged for something that does not exist, and we saw the men being abused and brutalized. But when it comes to issue people are quick, and they invest a lot of money, and they invest a lot of resources, and invest a lot of time on Twitter to bash him for saying things that are real, right? So I don't understand why people do that. Anyway, if there is no one that is coming, we have to wrap this up. Otherwise, the talk was, what are we going to, why is it that the ruling party is quiet? But tomorrow we are going to be having Elliot Kajume and probably a ZANU PF official for them to clarify after what would have happened, whether they take the goats or they don't take the goats. We're going to be having Elliot Kajume. You remember last time we had him, he has not been feeling well, but hopefully tomorrow he'll be okay to come back on the program. Please follow him on Twitter, and you can see some of the comments that he puts. But we're going to be having him tomorrow, as we are going to be talking about Congress, and talking about Congress, why people are pushing Triple C to go into Congress, and why ZANU PF is saying Triple C must go to Congress. Why is it that we're also going to touch on that? And whatever happens tomorrow, let's talk about that as well. So we're going to be talking about the events of tomorrow. But my hope is that no one is going to get hurt. No one is going to. There's not going to be bloodshed over the gods of Wopo. But if we sit and watch, we are setting a wrong precedent. And as this lady has said, she has said strong words. The lady that was calling, she has said strongly that the world has seen enough. How many people, Mbonen Ncube was killed, and sanctions for 22 years, they've been imposed. Did they help us? No. We need to act and liberate ourselves from these tentacles of dictatorship. Saka, we cannot be passive about our freedom. We have to be proactive about our freedom. Samson Wafanaka. Okay. Let me just read some of your comments before I close. News Africa TV, let's defend Oppo scores, especially those that are local. Even Malema said, let's go and vote and remove this nonsense. Okay, who else is here? There was someone, Moses, William Jarid Gugi Mahlangu. All this can be changed by our votes. Enough is enough. Hello, Sekuru Shingi, Murisei. Murisei Shingi T. Kule Hillary Gumbo Jr. SADC doesn't exist at all. That is Pinky Nyandoro giving us a thought. What happened to you, Pinky? You should have called on WhatsApp. I could have, picked up your call Killer Zivu was exiled. He was expelled from the party. So he is probably a member of the party, but he's not in any party. Obviously, he still has connections and some people that still talk to, and he knows what is happening behind the scenes. And you know what I like about Killer Zivu? I was listening to one of the things that he said. Killer Zivu, even if when he was still in ZANU PF, he was vocal about the president talking to Nelson Chamisa. He was vocal, and he was saying that we cannot exclude the people like Nelson Chamisa from the national dialogue and say, no, because when he was looking at the votes that Nelson Chamisa had, it was 44% according to ZEC versus 50.5% of the president. So he was saying, look, we cannot ignore this number. Let there be dialogue with this man, and let's have a dialogue of saying what can we do? What can we do to share ideas in the next 5 years? So he has always been like that, and that was one of the reasons why he got expelled. So he has always been speaking truth to power, and those are the things that we need in ZANU PF. If you can have people that can speak truth to power, to say, you should not do that, because it is going to be detriment to the to our country's economy. Like right now, if they can be people that are in ZANU PF who are going to say, principals are going to say, we cannot tolerate this nonsense. If it is an issue, he should have gone to the police or something like that if he feels that Hopo Shimono has done this. But obviously, somehow, you can tell if a video has gone to ZBC, someone, somehow is sanitizing this nonsense. Anyway, that is my thinking on that one. Anyway, let's go to who else. Right, okay, no more comments that I can read. But anyway, thank you so much for everyone that has been joining us. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. And to those that are in Zimbabwe, my encouragement is that are in Harare, Varikwamurewa, go and fight. Let's go and fight. Let's go and help Hopo Shimono. He has been doing this. He is speaking from a point of privilege for us to have the good things that he has enjoyed in the countries that he has worked in. He has worked in Britain, he has been in the US, and he has worked across Africa. But what you can tell you is that Hopo has seen the beauty of Zimbabwe when it was in its heydays. And he is telling us, guys, if you vote and if you get rid of this government that is not caring for its people, we can enjoy, right? He has his money. He could be sitting there, just, tweeting and saying, Mamuka say vanavevu, and he's enjoying himself. But he is choosing to suffer with the people. And the least that we can do as a nation, or the least that we can do as a people, is to go and defend his gods and show the world that we are not going to stand and see lawlessness taking course in Zimbabwe. We are going to stop the banana state that we want to be shown by this ZANU PF loyalists. Thank you so much for watching. Please follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, and subscribe to JCTV Africa, and also go on Zim Social and follow. We will see you tomorrow, God willing, and have a good night.